What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Last video you saw we started working on this 66 Mustang. My bad, I accidentally got it wrong last video. It is not a 65, even though that's what the VIN tag says and everything. It is a 66. So last video you saw me and Matt got all the trim taken off and all the interior, well, most of the interior taken out besides the headliner and the actual dash panels and all that. So this video, we're actually going to focus on taking the windows out, try and get the back window, front windshield, every side window, all that, try and get all the windows out of it. We're also going to be taking the hood off the car. To make it easier, I'm going to be also labeling all of, not really wire harness, but all the wires in the bay, because we are going to be pulling the motor. So I'm going to label them all, because at a later time, once the motor goes back in, we are going to be replacing every single wire on the engine, because the factory engine wires have a terrible plastic coating, especially from the 60s. And it tends to wear down really bad, deteriorate, and then wires start getting exposed, and that's just not something you want. Actually, I'll go ahead and show you now. So pop the hood. I don't know how well you can see. Let me grab my flashlight. So if you can't see here, like all these wires here get really bad deteriorated. You can see they're not really flexible at all. So we're going to be replacing all of those wires. We're going to be Tessa-taping them and just going over and making sure everything is all good and ready to go once the car goes back together. That way we can have as least amount of problems as possible out of this thing. So right now, until Matt gets here, I think I'm going to set you guys up on the tripod and probably put you inside the car and throw this over to time lapse and go ahead and start taking these side windows out, because I also need to wait on him to get the back and front windshield out, because that's a two-man job and I really don't want to break this glass, especially since it's factory glass and it doesn't have any cracks or anything in it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw you guys on a tripod. So I'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, so back windshield and front windshield are out now. The side windows are all out, everything's out. Oh, this weather stripping back here was brittle as could be. I didn't film this back windshield due to the fact of how easy the front window was to take out. So I didn't think I needed to film it, but man, did it take forever. This stuff was so brittle. I ended up actually having to use a hammer and my seam blaster over here to be able to bust that apart. But here's the back window. It's dirty, but here's that old weather stripping and what they use to glue it in. Front window is over here. Just sit on the floor. I'm gonna find a place to sit this, but you can see this stuff's still pretty fresh actually. It's at least been replaced within the last 20 years. That one has not. So now I think we're gonna start, we're not gonna start, but we're gonna get this hood off. I'm gonna leave the trunk lid on for now because I actually need to realign this at some point, because this is it shut and you can see it's swelled up and it's actually like pushed back here. So I'm gonna leave it on for now until I can get all this realigned. But the hood's lined up, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off. That way we can get to working on labeling all the wiring. That way we can work on, hopefully next video, getting this motor and transmission out of the car. I think also next video we will get to taking the bumpers off, because I really need to do that, but for some reason I keep procrastinating it. So I will see you all in next clip. All right, want to get that done? No. Just set the bolts on that fender. This hood's actually decently light. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. There we go. Alright. Ooh, that's better. I can actually see. Alright guys, so this is where I'm going to end the video. I actually had to run out and do a few things today, and I had to leave, so I wasn't able to film an outro at the house. I meant to get to the engine and the wiring harness today, but that didn't happen. So I think we're going to focus solely on the transmission, engine, and pulling the entire drivetrain out of the car next weekend. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and get this edited up, get it posted. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to try and upload once every other week. So if you have any insightful tips or anything, just leave me a comment, let me know. I'll read all of them. So that's it. Peace, guys.